Everybody welcome, everybody to the fun day.
Brazil had the name. Norway had the plan. Football as we know it, I'm a millennial. Zendimbo agizbo mpira mu early 2000s and late 90s. So what we used to enjoy in those years was individual brilliancy. We lived off individual brilliancy. We enjoyed players like Thierry Henry. We enjoyed players like Zidane. We enjoyed players like Dino, Riquelme, and so many others. The list is endless. But what you'll understand about the modern game today is one. Structure is more important than individual brilliancy. Or structure is more important than talent. Structure means one thing: tactics, manager. Player profiles. Which player do you have in what position? How does he contribute to other players? When you go on the other side, Brazil, talent. Of course, the talent Brazil used to have in those years is not at anywhere close to what they have now, but they still have extremely talented players. Ancelotti, one of the greatest managers, failed to create a structure within this team. They were still living off individual brilliancy, waiting for talent to save them. Yet the modern game begs that you are more structured than you are talented. A structure will get Morocco to a semi-final. Structure, as I told you so many times, guys, this is why Kibenda, on my own pages, structure will get Norway to a semi-final. Structure can get Portugal to a final. Structure will get Spain eliminated. It may not be against Portugal, but they will be at some point. Because structure has become more important than living off Lamine Yamal's brilliancy and so on and so forth. Structure is one of the reasons why England is going to be so hard to beat. They've started to gain momentum. Welcome to Behind the Result by myself, Waiki Benda, on the fan bench. It's for the fans and by the fans. On the Behind the Results today, we have Brazil 1, Norway 2. Someone said, could Twitter, Brazil danced, Norway calculated, and Haaland gave them a signed receipt. How do we not talk about hailing Haaland? Oh my God. We have seen goal scorers, the Nestroys, the Thierrys, the Hurricanes of this world, the Lewandowskis, the Suarez, the Benzema, more. In fact, all of them more talented than him, including the greatest, Cristiano Ronaldo. All of them more talented than him. But Jesus Christ, does this man know where to be and how to put a ball in the net? Haaland, barely 26 years old, has scored in the last 14 games for his national team. Haaland is chasing the golden boot. Let me put my chest out in this very episode of Behind the Result. Haaland might leave with the golden boot of the World Cup in his first World Cup tournament. I want you to take that into consideration. Chirobozeko. Haaland, the man who doesn't do too much for 90 minutes, in the 88th or 87th or 89th minute, comes and saves Norway against Norway yazanya n'impozi nga tanazanya Brazil. Ya jamani, mwerabidde. Senegal. Was it Senegal?
Yes. No, Belgium ya Senegal.
Norway ya jamani. Côte d'Ivoire. Apologies. Haaland saved the night. The game was dead. Norway wasn't doing anything, but well organized. Tebagaba chances nyingi nyo. Norway came back with the same structure, but against a more talented team in Brazil, but not very structured. Gumeres misses a penalty. I believe if Gumeres had scored that penalty, the game changes. The dynamics change. But he didn't, alas. The game changes. Vinicius on the biggest stage to carry your country, where Neymar used to, where Dino used to, where R9 used to. Vinicius, you let us down. I'm a Brazil fan. I cry for a 5 World Cup champion. 5-time World Cup champion. I cry tears because that's the team in terms of national teams that made me fall in love with football. Oh, I love Brazil. Oh, I love Nkutumiddeko muganda wange Lumansi, because I know this is your team as well. Now, yeah, everything we saw there was a lot of individualism, out of ideas. Norway was patient. Norway was organized. Norway waited for their moment. Norway used their moment. And of course, who better do you need in that position except for Haaland? Odegaard. Martin Odegaard. Mikel Arteta, Odegaard is not a number 10. Odegaard is a controller. I have said this so many times. Odegaard is the replica of Bernardo Silva. If he's going to stay at Arsenal and stay our captain, please use him to his greatest strength, controlling and setting tempo. He is one of the best, and yesterday he showed it again. Odegaard can save you so much if you use him in a double pivot with Declan Rice. I know he has weaknesses without the ball, but we can work around that. Odegaard, what a game. Odegaard, I have to put my hand up. I was one of the people who said, thank you for your service as an Arsenal fan. It's time to go. But Odegaard came out. Odegaard put on a show. Odegaard showed leadership. Odegaard's confidence is coming back, and fitness, of course. There is no denying the fact that Odegaard alese amaanyi mangi nnyo mweno tournament era agasseeko. Odegaard, for me, is the silent hero on behind the result for that game. And I think he put on quite the show. Norway, my dark horse from day one. When you go on my Twitter, tweet here inajikolanga World Cup ebulako nakunganya. I put 4 teams that will be in the semi-final. I am worried I might change my mind because of the things we done so lava. Nengo JK Norway. Wow. I put Norway in my top 4. That is the semi-finalists. I put Portugal. I put Argentina and France. I want to never how can you leave Spain? How can you leave Spain? We shall find out tonight. How can I leave Spain? Football is more structured. Depends on structure today more than it depends on individual brilliancy. Do we love individual brilliancy? We love Messi. We love Cristiano. We love Yamal. We love Jude. We love, I don't know, the Neymars of this world. But structure has become more important. A good manager is now more important and more valuable to the team than having the best players in the world. The best answer is Arsenal Football Club, the Premier League champions. We lived off structure and less of individual brilliancy. And so many teams are going to copy that next season. You will see it. Structure is going to save you a lot of money in buying extremely expensive players. So a manager who knows a structure, a manager who knows how to profile players, a manager who knows how to use players to their greatest strength will be one of the best in this World Cup and will put a team where it doesn't belong. A manager, kumupira gola bakati. Brazil, Ancelotti failed in that structure. Albeit one of the greatest managers that has ever lived, if not the best. Ancelotti failed Brazil. Profiling. Martinelli amukozesa bulala. Kunya gwayagala akube mwendaye. Casemiro, your best days are behind you. Gabriel, my boy, Big Gabi. Big Gabi, when are we going to admit that Big Gabi, ndi Arsenal neka nulekalikeka, Big Gabi Haaland chomusobola. I think Big Gabi, buli mwagizi wa Arsenal kino kimanyi. That fight has been good. We enjoy the physical bichine besika. Haaland always finds a way to score. Bwata tebye mirundi mitono nnyo gibalibwa ku ngalo. But Big Gabi needs Saliba, and he did not have Saliba yesterday. I have come out on my limb. Nembagamba nze Gabriel's career at Arsenal should be done. But you cannot break up the team so much because wakawongole ekikopo ate oyagala ogende mu Champions League final endala oyagala osigale n'ekikopo ekya Premier League ng'okiretaininga. So it's a different story, but I need us to buy another defender so that we start, omudeleting mpola. That's my thinking. But furthermore, nga tuvude ku bad news, let's speak about one of the greatest players of our generation, Neymar. What are Neymar's full names? Neymar de Santos Jr. Thank you, Neymar, for your service. Thank you, Neymar, for the love of the game, for the joy you have created in our hearts. All those years at Barcelona, all those years at PSG. Oh my God. Omwana alina skill. Oh Salah. Neymar, what a pleasure it has been to watch you play football. I have followed Neymar from Santos, the first player from Brazil to be nominated on the Ballon d'Or list while not in Europe. Ngali Brazil. Then Rico Deal joins Barcelona. They do wonders with Messi and Suarez. They tortured defenders in La Liga in Europe. Whoa! And Neymar was part and parcel of that. Then he decides he wants personal glory for himself because he was always in Messi's shadow. He goes to France. Unfortunately, in France, they were always winning as PSG, but Neymar, yasala abantu. Bana Neymar sala. Me, I would say it. Apart from Dino, there is no better dribbler than Neymar in the history of the sport. Neymar, thank you so much. I know the journey has come to an end at 34 years. Terrible how Brazil plays today. I know Neymar is the last. Someone said this. Let me read this out. I think I saw it on social media somewhere. Bwenkalekanga tetukakuonyeeko mba nkoze omupiira gwe twagala oba abawagizi, because fan bench is all about the fans' perspective. So this is what he said. 1 second. Uliriza. Ever since European clubs started signing Brazilian children before they had fully established themselves in domestic football, the national team has completely lost the identity and cohesion that characterized its greatest generation has been lost. The flair players are being shipped out of Brazil before they have even made their senior debuts at home, and you could argue that being molded by European tactical systems almost always comes at the expense of that instinctive, improvisational style they get in them favelas. This is a big Brazilian football fan, clearly. Neymar might actually be the last of that OG Brazilian identity because he became a genuine world-class flair player at Santos, Gambia, before going to Europe. It's actually making me sad thinking about it. Neymar is the last Brazilian player of flair. And this brother put it so well. European giants, because they have money, now they go and buy the Vinicius, the Martinellis when they are so young before they have actually established themselves in the real core of what a Brazilian footballer should look like. So they are installed into the European systems. Era ogenda laba abasambi. Laba Martinelli asamba nga Mungereza. Gwe mpira gwasamba. Look at Cunha. Nothing Brazilian about that. Even Vinicius that we love, nothing is Brazilian about that. It is so sad. The national team and the federation need to go back on the drawing board. Brazil is a giant of football. The face of football for the longest time. We cannot lose that. Go back on the drawing board and put parameters in place that will protect your talent. Because we need you, Brazil, we need you. Behind the result, Norway 2, Brazil 1. This is the fan bench. It's for the fans, by the fans.